What's going on, guys? Xecil here, and today I'm going to bring you guys the best routine that I've kind of found that works best for me and probably will work really well for you. So it's just kind of going over, as soon as you log on, the things that you should most likely do, and probably maybe in the sequence. At least it works really well for me, and then you repeat it daily, so it's kind of like your dailies. Really trying to focus on getting things done as fast as possible, especially if you don't have a lot of time. And then if you're kind of like a newer player, or maybe you haven't played in a long time and you kind of forgot what to do, or again, newer players that don't really know what steps they should be doing as far as finding their dailies. So I'm not going to include the elite chest run. I'll go over it, but I'm not going to have this in the video. That would add a ton of links to it, but I'll touch bases on it. So pretty much what we're going to be doing is starting with our faction daily quests and the PvP quests. So we'll go ahead and jump over to that and kind of get started. All right, guys. So right now I'm in Reekwater, and I am part of the yellow faction, so this is where I'll be talking to my guy. But obviously the purple and the green, they're around the same area. So Reekwater is probably one of the best places to do your quests, the PvP quests, just because you get a ton of tokens from it. And if you don't have a lot of territory standing or haven't really focused on upgrading your territory standing in this area, I definitely would recommend it. You can run portals, which are great for that. And then also, I've got a little video about how to get more territory standing. So what I'm going to say is that, whenever you do get your upgrades for your territory standing, meaning here, whenever you're at, mine's not too high either. So where is that? Oh, Reekwater. So Reekwater, you're going to want the faction tokens. Earn more faction reputation while in Reekwater. So as you continuously get, every time that's up, I would definitely choose that one, because I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. So all right, so I try to get all Lazarus, and I can do a run. So that's gonna, look at how many tokens out of all of these that I can do. That is a ton of tokens. So you're talking basically, you run Lazarus, which is like a 20-25 minute run. You just do a regular one, get a group, run it for free. So you're gonna get a little bit of gold from this, some more territory standing. That's all 3 in Lazarus, so you can manage to do that. And then just the sanctify and preserve. So that's almost 10,000 right there, 8,000 tokens. And then if this one's available, it's another almost 10,000 tokens. So we'll say 30,000 right there, 7, 14, 21. So yeah, you're talking 22,000, 30, 40, 50. That's 55,000 tokens right there off of maybe something that'll take you an hour. That's a good deal, because if you'll go over here, I've got the mutated expedition tuning orb. That's 10,000, 9,000 for Tempest, Gypsum orb 7,000. You'll be able to get one of each at least. So, and that's also something you should be doing daily if you have the option, is buying these, or not daily, but whenever make sure you're checking your cooldowns for this. But definitely run these. That's what I start with right away. So if I'm in Everfall or Windsward, the first thing I do is teleport over here to Reekwater. And then I jump right in on these. And the cool thing is, right now, since there's the corrupted rabbit event, while I'm running through, there's a lot of rabbits through here, so I will kill my rabbits, which give me that daily the 5 rabbit foots, and then the gypsum, the diamond gypsum that you get from them. So just gonna cover bases. Again, start your faction quest in Reekwater. It's one of the best spots to do it, and you don't have to continuously run these. You just if you do these daily, you'll get so many that you won't have to run them consecutively over and over and over to get them. So it's definitely where I would do them. Highly recommended. So you'll start off with that, and then pretty much you can do for the upcoming 2 weeks for you guys, do your dailies on the rabbits and run your PvP faction quests just once. But All right, and then now we'll move over on to the next thing, okay, guys? So right now, while this is still going on for the next 2 weeks or so, this is going to be kind of implemented into the cooldowns. So your corrupted rabbits, you should at least get your 5 for the day. Kind of show you the way, because these drop your gypsum and the rabbit foot. So you definitely want to get those, and let's see, here we go. You know, make sure you don't have to kill them any specific place if you've already got your chest, but you definitely want to pick these up and get them while you can, because you know it's just helpful. I mean, the luck is, and then the gypsum as well. So my favorite place is out here towards the PvP zone, you know, Reekwater, where I had mentioned before. But you definitely want to do these daily. Don't forget about them. Super important. I mean, it's not required, but diamond gypsum, rabbit's foot, super helpful. So that's I just want to cover basis with that. Make sure you get those. So you get 5 of them a day. So make sure you don't forget about that. All right. So on to the next thing. So by the way, I just want to make sure we go over the cooldowns for your actual rewards. Come down here. So if you're still leveling up your or watermarking, or you know, you have enough gold and kind of do your faction points quite often, make sure you pick up your Genesis tuning orb, Lazarus tuning orb, and your Tempest for your cooldowns. If you have the, you know, the cash or the faction flow like that. So want to make sure you get those. And then the very last thing that you want to make sure you're doing at the stone cutting station is you're actually crafting your tuning orbs that way as well, because you know that those are on cooldown as well. So down here, so you know, make sure you're crafting these. Actually, I need to craft mine. I'll show you guys on that. Got mine crafted. So now you'll see that it has the 6-day 23-hour cooldown. So you can do this for your Genesis, Tempest, Lazarus, and 100% want to do your mutated expedition tuning orbs. Those are going to be how you scale into the 625 gear score. So, and I know most of you know this, but if you don't, this is for the new players or the players that are coming over that weren't sure, that didn't even know about the 625. So you know, you make sure you craft those as soon as you can, and don't forget to check these periodically. So make sure you do these and the one that I previously showed you through the faction vendor. So that would be the best cooldowns to make sure you do. I would do that within the time frame of either when you first do your faction quest, like your PvP quest like I did, or if you have to do that first, then when you go back to the vendor to turn them in, go ahead and pick them up then if you can. So I just wanted to recover that. Alright, so I know most of you probably already know this, but if you're a newer player working towards end game, or if you haven't played in a while and maybe you forgot, or you know, you never made it this far, so you need to do your material cooldowns. So make sure you don't forget about these. They reset every day at 5 a.m. Global cooldowns. It's no longer 24 hours from when you last crafted it. And make sure you remember to wear like your specific trade skill gear. So like for stone cutting, you know, you want to wear all your stone cutting gear if you have it. If you don't, then see if you can pick it up for pretty cheap on the market, and make sure you do your cooldowns. So whenever you're crafting these, you can do 10 of each, but then if you're wearing your gear, you might get some extra, up to like 4 additional. And you know, you've got your stone cutting, you've got your woodworking. Let's see, so, and like I said, you know, make sure you're wearing that gear to try and get that as many additional pieces as you can, because it really does add up over time if you're doing this consecutively for, you know, every single day. And it's for the wood cutting, stone cutting, you've got weaving. Make sure I always carry around my gear because it no longer gets damaged if it's in your inventory, so I always just keep it on me, and you can always search for it. Makes life a lot easier for doing this. So, and you don't always get a bonus amount, but it definitely, you know, it definitely helps. I would never be against that. Who doesn't love free money? Or if you like to use the materials for crafting, then you know it's definitely very helpful. So go ahead and get these done. And I like to do this right after I do the Reek Water. I go to Reek Water and run my PvP quests, my faction quests, the rabbits. I'll immediately come and do this, but I never do this first because then I might forget or just not go do my other cooldowns. So it's just a lot easier to do this. And then also smelting gear. I know it's a little expensive right now, but it definitely helps. Kind of pop this through. See if we get any extra bonuses for this, and we did not, so it's unfortunate. But you know, and then you'll get these you know, after you can consistently do this a lot, you get your like tier 3 stuff. You get some goodies from it, so super important to do those cooldowns. I can't express how important that is. So that's gonna be that's my second thing that I do for my cooldowns right away. So make sure you don't forget about that. And you know, make sure you don't forget to put on your gear. So just carry it with you. And then if you're like me, you can just search. It's super easy. Double click, boom, done. Put it on. So all right, and then we'll kind of jump over to the next things that you could do for your cooldowns. So I'm going to be in Shattered Mountain for this. This is where I actually keep all of my gypsum, just to kind of keep it organized. I know you can kind of transfer everything across, but I like to keep everything nice and, you know, organized over here. So make sure you remember to do your gypsums, especially if you're not 600 for everything on your watermark, or if you're trying to get to 625. This is a great way. The gypsum orbs have no cooldown, so you can craft as many of these as you need, or have, obviously. But the only thing I have to do is the blunderbuss to continue to increase that. But I'll do an amulet just to show you guys the cooldown on it. You'll craft it. You get these little casts, and they increase your watermark. I know you know about these, but if you don't have, if you're already maxed out on everything, do it to get your umbral shards. Just keep enough for the new weapons in the future to always have. So that's something I always do. Just make sure, and you can do this in Reek Water, you can do this in Great Cleave. I just keep everything nice and organized in my Shattered Mountain mountain home. It's just a lot easier. I know everything's there, and then that way I can just fast travel, since it costs almost nothing to fast travel. I just go to mountain home, go over there, all my stuff's already there, boom, just do my casts and then good to go. And then the next day, same thing. So that's very important. That's a part of your cooldown. Don't forget about that. Okay, so we'll jump over to the next thing and kind of keep it moving. All right, guys, so the next thing is it's not a requirement. You might not have time for this, you just might not feel like doing it, but if you're really working on your watermarking and everything, I would definitely suggest putting the portals in as a routine on the daily. Get your your cache, your breach cache boxes, crates, whatever you want to call them, and then getting some gypsum from that, and then the watermarking. That's really helpful. So usually I recommend Reek Water and Ebonscale. Usually you can find a group doing it, no problem. So if you just happen to be available for it and get a whole run in, then definitely add that into your routine. But I don't do this every day, but I'm also max watermark, and I have a lot of corrupted lodestones and everything, but it's really helpful. It'll save you a lot of money, so you don't have to buy those, and then get your chisels and everything to make your own orbs, or your tuning orbs. So definitely add this in if you need your watermark and you haven't been doing anything in a long time, or you're new. Corrupted portals, whenever you're level 60, these are really helpful to get you going where you need to be. So definitely add those in. You'll usually start up here at Lover's Shrine with the groups, and then work all the way through. So all right, well, that's about it for this one. So we'll jump over to the next thing. Okay, so that pretty much wraps everything up. The only thing I didn't really cover was the elite chest runs. So if you're still watermarking and you're still trying to get materials or grind for your gear score, like I was saying, or just in general, that's not a requirement once you get really far into everything and you don't need it. But the average person will still probably be running elite chest runs. and then you usually see those pop up in global chat or the recruiting. So you can implement that into your cooldowns. I definitely recommend it with portals. So, but I wasn't gonna, I don't think I had to show you a video of doing elite chest runs. They pretty much start Ebon Scale, Reekwater, Merc Guard, Shatter Mountain area, through the mines and so forth. So, and Eden's Grove. But yeah, so I mean, if you need that, definitely implement it. But if you don't have enough time, I feel like pretty much what I covered does go over your basic cooldowns every day. For sure though, it's gonna be your materials, and then I feel like your faction, doing your daily faction quests is vital for keeping like a healthy, your own economics, keeping your healthy income and everything. Gives you a little bit of gold. And then if you have time left over after all this, then definitely go out and do some farming. If you need some quick cash, chop some trees down, sell the wood, the charcoal, stone. I mean, super easy things that you can do whenever you're running your quests in Reekwater. You can go get Azoth water, but I definitely go to Cutlass Keys, farm some rawhide, but then make a little bit of gold every now and then. But yeah, I definitely wanted to go over all the cooldowns for you guys, let you all know. And the thing is in the video, it felt like it was spaced out, but if you get a rhythm down and you do it on the same day-to-day basis real quick, and excluding the portals and the elite chest runs, this will take no time, especially whenever you're running the faction quests early in the morning, maybe before work or after you get off of work or anything like that. I mean, you could honestly wake up at midnight for a snack and go and do it, and it takes no time. So since it resets at 5 a.m. So, but yeah, I definitely wanted to help you guys out. And as always, if you like the content, hit the like button, leave a comment, and then as always, smash that subscribe button if you're not, and then turn the notifications on. And then me, Xecil out.